Yeah, it's 4 phantom shots as well, so it's also 20 armor removal from them. How aggressive can we get in this opening turn? Aggressive being the fun new way that I say aggressive. So I can get the arrow bag out too. Ooh. That's pretty aggressive. Damn. Let's get ourselves to Northford. Hell yeah. Okay, I feel like we're in a very good position right now. Excuse me, let me just do the most important thing in the game again. Perfect. The inclusion not only of this dog quest and then the ability to pat the dog. There's something I said in the sponsored video that I did for this game, which is that I can see in a lot of different elements here that this game was made by people who have passion for the genre and just deep enthusiasm for games broadly. And I feel like this is a kind of a perfect exemplar of exactly the kind of thing that I was trying to talk about.
The choking stench of tallow permeates the air. A candlemaker's house stands alone within the weirdness, the inquisitive tendrils held at bay by dozens of flickering weird candles.
Look for weird candles.
You weren't the only one who came up with the idea to search for weird candles in this old house.
So I'll feint this turn for the full defense. It's just what do I do with the rest of it, right? Free experience, yeah. Yeah, a lot of these do feel like free experience at this point for us. Lower my armor. I still have 50 armor next turn if I do that. That's the 100% extra damage from this turn. I cast that. I cast a shot. I cast arrow bag. I cast 2 more. I don't know about that. Maybe it's just Phantom's Aid. Yeah, let's just go for Phantom's Aid. And we'll go for the one that is going to debuff. What's in my draw pile? Just 0 cost shots? 0 cost shots? Sure. So close! I'm leaving a lot of enemies on 2 HP right now. Obviously Phantom Shot. Obviously Shadow Shot. I'll Unbreakable Feigns that back to the other side and sure, summon the dog. Get the dog in battle as well. Oh gosh. So pleased with it. Smoke Shot and Pebble Throw are both available. So the enemies don't really get to play this turn at all. So my kill is definitely going to be the Shaman first. Pet dog. As much as I want to flip Overdrawn to the other side, probably Phantoms. Don't need to say, Swade. I am hoping to have more of the Downfall series out this week. Phantom's Aid across the left yet? Or another Smoke Shot there? I can Smoke Shot if I fail to kill them. How about that? Probably after the Boulder Shot. Okay, yeah, we failed to kill them, but we're lowering their armor something fierce. Welcome back, Eagle. Care to explain what's going on? Look, it looks so cute. You can't stand. You can't stand to pet it. That's got to be a mistranslation from "you can't stand not to pet it," or you should pet it or something like that, right? I know this is a Polish studio, so I'm imagining it was originally written in Polish. Assumption on my part, to be fair. Thank you for the weird candles, bud. You can't stand while petting a doggo. You got to get down on one knee. All right, that is true. That is very true. That's words of the wise from someone who knows. Candle maker's on the other side of that, apparently. Did I just... How much do I say? Okay, so I've got... Cursed Keeler, don't care about you. Candlemaker already finished that event. Candlemaker there as well. Pack of enemies. So there's 2 remaining enemies. There's the Treasure Guardian over the other side. Treasure Guardian over the other side I can probably do. Can probably do that one. All Mother's Altar. So that's probably... Well, just probably not really giving us any value here. Pushing the fight on the healing altar. Probably just do that after these 2 battles. Maybe after the Treasure Guardian. Okay, cool. Just trying to sequence this out correctly, you know? So Furious Overdraw is available here in the first hand. I do not want to use it with as little damage as we have here. This is a little problem with my hand construction. You can see, like, I've got things that buff my whole hand, and then I don't have that many actual attacks. So I need cards that draw attacks. I need effects that draw or generate attacks. I need just anything that allows me to faster, you know? Quivers could help. They definitely could. I want to see more efficient quivers than I've been seeing so far, though. They just feel a little, I accidentally cut myself off by using the word efficient early when what I really wanted to end on there was efficient as well. There's the Corrosive Rainfall. This is going to be difficult to charge up to unless I actually put some base shots in the deck as well. So I should probably start thinking about that too. Bet that dog though. Wait, you're already doing your AoE? Oof. Oofy. Doofy. Alright, fine, I'll protect against it, jeez. I didn't think it was their turn for that yet. Did they only take 1 turn before they split? Is that the difficulty 5 difference? At difficulty 3, they only charge once? Wow. That means I didn't notice it in difficulty 4. Alright. Let's get some arrows in this hand. That's again, and then it didn't do what I want. That's fine. It did enough. I do want to pet the dog, but what if instead of petting the dog, I drew a phantom shot? And then an arrow bag. Oh god, really? Alright, fine. You get stunned, just in case. Although that does count as a shot, so we have been following those up with our own damage as well. Good. Which of these do I want to flip to the other side, if anything? It'd be Arrow Storm, I guess. So we'll Phantom's Aid and then Arrow Storm with just the Shadow Shot to get it back to a release. Another crack stand. Gosh, we are not getting far from making that flawless. Hey, bud.
Oh, hello. It's good to see you. I'm looking for components that could make my candles better. No luck so far, though. Anything I can help you out with in the meantime?
Holy hell. Special passive skill? Do I want my weird candles to burn half as often? Half as quickly? I think I might. It's just more tallow, right? Pretty sure it's still more tallow. Okay, and then we said we were going to double back in the other direction, then head over to the Treasure Guardian, and then after that we were going to the Blood Altar. Not the Altar of the All-Mother. It's not more tallow! So it's just making it longer for me to get the tallow? Oh, boy! I thought the tallow was based on duration, not on burning charges. Okay, well, I'll know that for the future now. Interesting, interesting. How do we want to murder you? Start with one of those. Follow up with one of those. We can't get a corrosive rainfall on turn 1 really much at all. It's arrow bag and then murder you. Tallow is gained when they drop a stage. Okay, yep. Oops. Hope duplicates the next card played. Upgraded version. Doom. Draw 2 cards. Their energy cost is reduced to 0. Agile draft. Why are you not 0 cost, please? Scavenging. Discard all cards. Gain an ultimate charge for each discarded card. Upgrades to discard all cards. Gain 2 ultimate charges for each discarded card. Scavenging might actually be incredible here. The ultimate for this character is really good, but I find it difficult to actually utilize it often. If nothing else, at the end of a turn, this just gets you a bunch of ultimate charge for all the excess stuff in your hand. C Pancake Flap Flap says, hey chat, I'm trying to decide between this game and Vault of the Void. What does everyone think? I think it ultimately comes down to what you think, to the kinds of things that you enjoy. Do you enjoy more RPG mechanics? There's far more of them in here than there are in Vault of the Void. How long are you looking to play? That is also a good point, Amphids. How familiar are you with the genre? How comfortable are you with kind of like exploring to learn versus doing to learn? Scavenging. Discard all cards. There's a kind of a discourse that had emerged around film critics a very long time ago and re-emerged around game critics a couple of years ago, in terms of like, who's the best game critic kind of thing, right? And the best critic is a critic who you share the tastes of. That is the best critic, just by base. And it is because you share their tastes, so you can trust their opinions on those kinds of things that you share tastes with them with. And, you know, like, for that reason, there are some critics that I'm like, okay, I care about your opinions on roguelikes. Some of them that I'm like, I care about your opinions on card games. Some of them I'm like, I care about your opinions on AAA games and things that are actually interestingly created, crafted, lovingly cared for, and push the industry in interesting directions. So there's no like objective value. It's just how much it suits you. So we're looking at Grail as more Griffins and Void as more STS. I think that is a fair comparison, definitely. As soon as I saw Hope and Doom the first time, I really wanted to take it. It's just the energy cost is prohibitive right now. Duplicating the next card play doesn't matter for us a lot of the time. Doom, though, looks so good, but a lot of the time it's also going to draw arrows for us, which are already 0 cost. I want to take Hope, I just don't want to do it in this class. Paulo Gubby, that is actually also something I'm not a traditional critic. I occasionally criticize the games that I play, but I also think that kind of barometer makes me useful in that kind of a circumstance as well. There are a lot of people who seem to enjoy a lot of the similar things that I enjoy that I explore in the games. Duping Quiver is very solid. It is. The only problem is I can only dupe the arrow bag or well, I just can't dupe Corrosive Rainfall, which if I could dupe Corrosive Rainfall, oh my god. Oh my god. But I can't. I want to see you do good. I believe in you. And if nothing else, duping boulder shot's fine. On the first turn of combat, draw 2 additional arrows. Drawing additional arrows increases your armor by 5 this turn. Studded armor increase your armor by 10. Look, armor is good. Armor is good. Arrows are better. Oh, what? Okay, yeah, we're actually going all the way for it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I appreciate that, Chippy Monk. It's just GP your next card, not your next card this turn. That's true, but I also don't want to do too many... Like, I don't want to spend 2 energies setting up for the next turn as this character, often, if I can avoid it at least. Also, sorry, let's do the most important thing in the game again. Perfect, now we can move on. I left a weird stone there, so I should actually go back up in here. Hey, Flop Freak. And... and Flop Cat and Flop Boyfriend. Good to see y'all. Alright, yeah, we'll take this and then duck back in. Let's get the... I wish there were options here other than the weird candle that felt... Oh, trying not to be mean. Worth anything. I do love base armor on the Rangers. Very, 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 I like it. But... I also want to just get off to a faster start and blow enemies up instantly. Oh, speaking of blowing enemies up instantly, that's a hell of a hand right there. Furious Overdraw's in his hand too. Oh, you'll love to see it. Okay. 25% of your current HP. Yeah, whatever. It's Furiously Overdraw. Phantomly Aid. Shadowly Shot. Okay. Another shot. One more shot. Do I go for the arrows here? I think I do. Because they're doing a weak attack and heal, normal attack and heal. I mean, look, I could try and feints for the next turn instead. I just wish I had a little bit extra to be able to play the Corrosive Rainfall. Maybe if I didn't Furious Overdraw, that actually would have ended up being more damage for us. Maybe. Why are we seeing all these game announcements? Is it E3 or something? And does E3 still exist? I feel like people probably Googled that a lot this week. Is E3 still? Question mark. Does E3 still? Does the UI of the game get easier to read as you play? I've only watched 3 hours and it isn't easy and quick at a glance to see. The salient points become very, very clear. In my mind, at the absolute least. That you can kind of... You get to a point where you know the only positions you really need to focus on. And there's directly above the head, directly below the HP bar, obviously the HP bar itself, and then the bottom bar for my own statistics and such. Yeah, I can take more damage. Well, take more damage this turn. I'm not actually going to take the damage. So it doesn't really count. Wait, I am going to be taking the damage because I... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm okay with taking it. That's what I get for being cocky. I'm not going to take this damage, you see. Takes the damage. Any particular reason you're not using your weird candles? You get more weird stones when you fight in low light. There's one reason though. Ooh. I see, I see. Do I need to All-Mother's Blessing here? I shouldn't have to All-Mother's Blessing here. And then that charges at 10 for the next hit. Throw it now. No, it's just not enough. Alright, so it's feints then? Oof. I am going to be healing after this, to be clear. It's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, so it is bonus lootling like Go Out, just like in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, it definitely seems kind of possibly inspired by such a system. Goodbye, Treasure Guardian. Guardian of the treasure. Well, let's actually collect the treasure this time as well.
You found what was when you filled your pockets up to the brim.
Well, there's the armor if I want it. Such a dick. Some of the dog not worth it? No, some of the dog worth it. Just not necessarily in that battle for me. In longer fights, I will want to summon the dog more consistently. In fights I expect to be shorter, or I am struggling to make as short as I possibly can, a little less. Can you make 2 dogs with hope? Oh, maybe. Although it used to apparently give you 2 copies of Pet the Dog the turn after as well, so it does not any longer. Hold a bow. There's the overdraw in hand too. Oof. This is a good opening hand as well. You love to see it. Take the overdraw here. Yeah, lose 75% damage next turn. Doesn't really matter too much. Leave bolus available for myself. No, I didn't want to pop the weird candle. I was just trying to cast a card from hand. Why? That goes down. It's getting closer to going down, but I do have to finish off. All these enemies are living on such low HP. It's rude. Just die already. Yikes. Perfect. Corrosive Rainfall. Time for the toxic shots. Toxic. 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 And Shadow Shot as well. Okay, that's negative 287 armor. I didn't actually take a hit there, did I? Were you attacking? If you were attacking, I was completely blind to it. Oops. But if you weren't attacking... Now, I don't know how I took the damage. Well, we got very little from that. Cracked Ethel. This is our first Ethel also. Increase your damage by 5% for each card played this turn is not awful if we do manage to get the kinds of things in this deck that I want. Waters heals again, full HP. That's why I wasn't worried about any HP losses prior. I knew we had that one coming.
Come,
training ground.
Train if you feel like it. These may be mere illusions, but they hit and kill. Just like the real versions.
The knight refused. He's hungry.
You tell the druid that the knight doesn't intend to go anywhere because he's hungry. The druid sighs, and there's a palpable sadness to this sigh.
I could have expected that. Well, I tried everything. Nothing helped. I wish there was something I could do about it.
Tell me more.
When you see him, you're not looking at a knight cursed by the weirdness. Nothing like that. What you see is a poor child, cursed by the sins of his father. He's the son of a warrior who came to Avalon to serve Arthur's cause. In truth, he came here to serve his own cause, to drown his insatiable bloodlust. War breeds such people. Or perhaps, I should say, war gives them an environment in which they can become their true selves. This man, this horrible man, had a son. He always took him to battle and treated him like a lucky charm. Then, after every victory, the child was spoiled with whatever it wanted. At first, it was treats and trinkets. Then the son started to watch his father and to learn from his father.
This is this is the knight that the Master at Arms refused to train, right?
Soon, there was no innocence left in this child at all. Instead, only gluttony and lust for all things morbid, and nobody dared to disobey. And then, the weirdness came. Its ways, Sometimes they are poetic, sometimes quite literal. It mistook the child's need for fatherly attention for gluttony.
Ah, that's why he was so surprised when I refused to be eaten.
Yes, you're probably among the first to ever dismiss his wish. But since even this didn't work, I'm out of options. I have no idea how to convince him to come here, where I can at least keep trying to help him.
I'll ask around. We'll try and find a solution.
Thank you. I hope you'll come up with something. The child doesn't deserve this.
Ah, hit me with all you got, though. Alright. Reaver will deliver more hits each turn unless it is stunned. 50% extra damage this turn. Whoa, baby. Let's Phantom's Aid. Furious Overdraw, definitely. I also kind of want a Tainted Force, but I should probably lead myself with the ability to actually double stun enemies. Should I get such an inclination? Shot, 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 shot. Man, I want to try and kill you instead, but nope, we'll just stun you, and then stun the other one who's doing a heal buff. Yeah, stun the other one. This is single player. You are not allowed to video game with me, friend. Do I want to hope that? Yeah, I think I might, actually. Just guaranteed to kill. Corrosive Rainfall. We finally see it in a position where I can actually cast it. Then we Toxic Shot. And then we Toxic Shot. And we Toxic Shot. Oh, probably Toxic Shot. Yeah, enemy died about it. We get one more level up. Draw 2 arrows and gain 30 armor for 3 turns. Close quarters combat. Upshot. Deal 1 hit for 400% damage. Next turn, lose an energy. As I have quivers in the deck, I'm going to need to make sure that as many arrows in the deck are 0 cost. Bolus Shot is actually already a little difficult because a lot of the time it asks for 1 of the energy of, you know, something I would have wanted to do for a buff or a quiver instead. I also can't afford to put that many more cards in the deck that aren't quivers or arrows, so I don't know if I can take Advanced Feints, despite the fact that it's pretty good. Or maybe it is the reason that I can then remove normal feints. Actually, that is it. It's the reason I can then remove normal feints. I'm going to have to defend myself sometimes. Cracked Ethel.
As the monster disappears in a cloud of smoke, you realize that all of the warriors present have gathered around the arena. You hear them clapping and whistling in awe.
Congratulations. Here's the promised reward.
A Polished Thorn. Nice. Let me just... Oh, what's going on now? Sorry, I'm just trying to... No! It shouldn't be reshaping itself like that. It should just be hiding some of the screen when I... No. Alt and then drag... No, alt and drag across isn't working. Fine, I'll alt and drag across to there. Cool. And check out that Polished Thorn. Up here. Polished Thorn. Every additional card drawn creates 2 barrier. 200% of offered HP is turned into barrier. That's pretty damn good. God. Each additional card drawn creates 2 barrier. We play quivers. Additional card drawn. Sal asks, you think this is good? And then says, huh. So the thing is, my evaluation doesn't go based on like the effect of something first. It goes based on its trigger value and whether or not that synergizes with things I was already going to want to do in the deck. And then we're now at the phase where I go, okay, but how many cards would you have to draw for 2 barrier to be good each draw? Way too many. Way too many. So I don't think I will actually be using it that much. It's a trigger condition that I want to trigger, that I have a lot of reasons to, that I'm going to be designing for in other circumstances anyway. But unless it's giving me at least 10, 20 barrier a turn, which it is not, it's really not going to be worth it for us. Okay. Got a wee bit more tallow there. There is still the All-Mother's Altar over in the other area, which I can pray at for healing, I guess, after I fight this boss if I really want to. Maybe. So I guess people took my question as a joke. Oh my god! Sorry, I actually legitimately took it as a joke because a lot of people have been in the position of like, is E3 still a thing? Yeah, E3 is actually a thing. Most companies seem to be moving in the direction, pun not intended, but not avoided, of making their own Nintendo Direct style type of things. And then using those as showcases. The PC gaming showcase is always just still a, I guess, like, critically important part of the industry for me, because there are things that are shown for the first time on there, even with press blasts. Like, I still would not have seen them before sometimes their E3 release. Okay. I don't need to do anything with the All-Mother's Altar. Let's go. How many difficulty levels are there in this game? Amphids, do you know yet? If I may ask again, sorry, what is the green symbol? The green symbol under the energy cost in the card's name is another cost, and that cost is the amount of ultimate charges it costs us to cast. So you can see we can't cast a 3, but we do have 2 ultimate charges right now. If I play an arrow or a spirit arrow, it will get another ultimate charge, and I'll be able to cast it. I don't know if this fight is even long enough where I need to pet the dog. Probably gonna smoke shot this turn. Alright, let's shot you. Cool. Seize the opportunity. See? Shot you. Get not seized opportunity. Then we stun you, lowering your armor permanently. Also get a chip off of the old block here in the Helpful Stones, which we'll start targeting now. Do I have another? I do have another arrow I can use this turn. Oh my god. Okay, we fire that off, and then we get Corrosive Rainfall. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be lowering your armor ridiculously, friend. In 17 more hits, this will drop another golem. But its armor is going to be negative forever everything. The boss music is so good in this game. I seldom notice music in games, and yet you can't not notice this. Shadow Shotgun to seize the opportunity. I mean, look, these aren't going to be enough to take you down, right? They should start working on you. I should probably start working on you. And then we take 2 to 3 damage this time. It's time for the hard boss. Yeah, exactly. The moving stones are really the boss in this fight. Let's go. Unbarkable Feints. Get ourselves a dog. Yeah. Gamble. Gain a block and an energy, draw a card, lose 10 armor until the end of the combat. There's also Doom there. I also actually know my draw pile, so if this draws the 0 cost attack, it didn't, then I would have known what Doom was going to draw. I mean, the Golem as the whole is the hardest boss in the game for you usually. Oh! I'm a little surprised by that. Maybe just my experience with it so far has been particularly blessed. In fact, that's definitely the case. Nice. So I'm gonna have to shed that over in the other direction. Take and seize the opportunity to you. The second and third area bosses just don't scale it up for your power growth by then. That's actually supported by the statistics that they released. So they showed a lot of the stats that they've been tracking of, where players die in runs, the enemies to whom they die. And you can see like a sharp drop off after the first boss. The second and third boss is usually not really causing too many issues for people. It's like 50%. 50%. Like if you died to a boss, I think it was like 50% to the first boss. 12.5, 12.5, 25. Something like that. Yeah, get bowlers shot at, I guess. If I get your armor to negative 500 here, surely then I just bop you until the end of time, right? You're the only boy what need to be bopped. Oh my god. We could totally do it as well. Ugh, why do you got such big armor? Rude. Okay. It's getting stunned at the end of this turn. That's definitely happening. Alright, fine. Do it. Lose more armor. More armor. More armor. More armor. Then another shot. That's a lot of damage. Stun you. Good, good, good. A lot of incoming damage right there. Oh, and it's increased for every extra one that's on the board as well. I always forget that bit of it. Sure, I'll throw the Sentinel. Ooh. Didn't actually want to hit the useful targets on the board. I see. I see what you're all about. Double click, I guess? Double click. Doesn't show you the damage oh, it does show you the damage expectation, it just doesn't show you compared against their armor either. My ability to reach for a single target has been lessened between this class and others. So what I probably do want to do is pivot slightly back in the direction of living through this fight. Shadow shot here. And then throw a knife. Bye-bye. Seize an opportunity over in this direction, or... No, seize opportunities, I think, now just go against the boss. So we just take down the summons and seize opportunities against the boss. Oof. HP. That was a lot more damage than I actually expected I was going to be taking there. Did I calculate that wrong? 70? I think I actually die here. I think I just, I think I go straight to hell. What do I get for stunning you too many times? Without actually cleaning up what I'd put onto the board. I figured that if I just got to the negative 500, I'd just blow up the boss. But because all of my cards deal 100% of my base damage rather than 400% or anything like that, like, I don't have individual large shots to throw at you. So unless I draw hands with a lot of large shots, which I'm just not doing, it gets rough. It's a great example of how not to fight the Guardian. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. I'm pretty sure even with like the double healing pot, I'm deceased. Let's give ourselves the absolute best chance we have. Just in case. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Morty, welcome on in. Just in time to see me die. Oh god, what were you playing this morning? You were looking at roll when I checked in. Or at least looking at the Steam library page for roll. Each run can be lost, but parts of the accumulated power will be transformed into new possibilities for upcoming runs. We've got full cover. Using your ultimate ability increases your armor by 25 this turn. First arrow played in the turn is 1 energy cheaper. Opening shot is incredible. Hell yeah. We also did get another villager, and we saved a soul from corruption. Honestly, I'm happy to have been taught a goddamn lesson. I needed something to teach us a lesson there. Pick a blessing for the next run, 200 wealth. Oh my god, we actually get to stuff that.